like to thank our sponsors. So this would obviously not help, we wouldn't be able to do this if we didn't have our sponsors. So I'd like to thank our College Central Network, along with Mountain Sac and Live and Jackie Kennedy Harris and 06 Media. Thank you for, helping in this event. And some of these sponsors that we've had have obviously done it over a period of time and many years. So we appreciate your partnership.
Our next speaker, Rosalinda Rivas, is the Apprenticeship Director at Moreno Valley College. And as you all know, she is the president of the California Placement Association. She's a motivational speaker with over 20 years of experience in education. She's served on several committees and bring great energy and great ideas. She's not only a fun and dynamic professional leader, but we have renamed her as the Queen of #photos, Queen of #selfies. Without further ado, here's Rosalinda Rivas.
Things I get remembered for.
To the TikTok ghetto.
And hear this.
To the TikTok.
Little louder, Sarah.
There we go.
To the TikTok ghetto. To the TikTok
Can I get a little louder?
To the TikTok
Turn it
ghetto.
on.
To the TikTok ghetto.
Are we ready to TikTok away? So welcome everybody. I want to thank you all for being here at the end of the day of day 2. That's 2 full hours. You are on your 16th hour here with us at the California Placement Association. It is exciting to have you all here for the Workforce Redesign Conference. It's all virtual, but I just want to say this session is TikTok Job Placement 101. It is how TikTok reimagines and reinvents workforce development strategies. So really, it's our way of looking at our TikTok, not the song that we heard before, because that's what I think about when I hear the words TikTok, it's just a whole different era. But TikTok has really gone mainstream. And so I just kind of want to share my screen. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask if you're able to view my screen as soon as I share it. And let's make sure I have it up. Is it up and running? Let me see. Where's my slide from the beginning? And that's not the one I want, so we're going to switch it. All right. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to need verbal feedback here a little bit because as I do the screen, I'm no longer able to see. I wonder if I could shrink this other one. All right, so today's presentation is going to be fast and rapid, as in fast, but we can go ahead and wrap it because it is TikTok, right? So in TikTok, we can wrap too. We can find video clips, we can find joy, we can get silly. All of that goes with the TikTok platform. If you're not familiar with TikTok, hopefully I'll introduce you a little bit to TikTok. And really, how does it affect all of us? So what I want to cover today is TikTok, how it reinvents in regards to workforce development strategies. And I say reinvents too, because I think we too, as we're constantly evolving with the changes of the workplace, as we're changing and figuring out new strategies to help our job seekers, our students, our clients back into the world of work, ourselves, our family members, things have changed. The pandemic shifted. I mean, change is inevitable. And so we just kind of have to figure out what's going on. How do we gain that momentum? And how can we best serve all the job seekers that need our assistance? So we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the market as it pertains to workforce development in TikTok world. We're going to talk about what the job seekers are doing in regards to those strategies. And we're also going to talk about the recruiting, right? So from job seeking to interviewing, what they're doing, what employers are doing to recruit candidates from TikTok, and job announcements and job leads that are now popping up on TikTok. So let's reimagine is going to be the third phase we're going to go into, and we'll talk about job placement strategies. And this is really a quick idea in regards to what are we going to do to implement some of those changes, or maybe incorporate what we're doing, or be aware of some of the tools that are out there so we can help our job seekers. So just really quick in regards to the technique for recruiting, there are over 100 million users on TikTok right now. Can you imagine that in the United States, 62% of them are between the ages about 29 and under. It's a huge, so more than half are under 29. So it doesn't matter that it's less than half. There's a lot of people utilizing it from all age groups. Anyway, so it's a lot of talent out there in TikTok. Does anybody here follow TikTok? Can I just get everybody to put in the chat yes or no? I'm curious to see how many of us within this platform are on TikTok, have been on TikTok, have seen TikTok, are familiar with TikTok. So if you have been, pop in a yes. If you're not familiar with TikTok, pop in a no. It's good feedback for me to have and share afterwards and stuff. So I'd like to see that for survey purposes. All right, thank you so much for entering those. I see them coming in. Employers are using TikTok for branding. One of the things that employers are doing as companies, they're revamping how they brand themselves, how to make their company enticing for job seekers to bring them in. Right now, because of the Great Resignation, we know that there's just a wide, I'm going to say, gap or need or shortage, for the workforce to come back into the workforce, or maybe they're changing jobs. So companies are taking advantage of TikTok and they're finding ways to rebrand it. So it really has boosted branding. Candidates are using it for the outreach. They're using different ways to learn about job search strategies. They don't necessarily want to sit on a 1-hour workshop they're going to say boring. They want something fun and innovating and less than 2 to 3 minutes, so they want it fast, easy, and quick. So anyways, so recruiters are finding creative ways for an eye for position. So as candidates are doing this to learn, recruiters are doing the outreach. They're looking at people with skill sets and recruiting them and using them for their companies for other positions. So we'll talk a little bit about that a little later on. Why is TikTok becoming a worthwhile tool for recruitment? According to the studies, and I have my resources on the bottom, and this will be shared down the line for all of you to view on YouTube with the CPA channel or on our California Placement Association website. There are, just on the word job search on TikTok, there's 165 million views of people going in there. There is under working at McDonald's, just to kind of zone in on, let's say, because it's a youth 29 and under, I was thinking, well, let me pick something that's kind of like local. We all know. I just picked McDonald's at random. There's 3.1 million views people are looking at regards to working at McDonald's. So off of the TikTok platform. Oops, did I go a little too far? Some of the companies, as I said, are using TikTok for recruiting, such as Chipotle, Target, WWE, I'm not familiar with that one, and Shopify. So these are some according to July 2021. Because of the change of the pandemic and everything, and they saw what's going on with social media on TikTok, they started to do a lot of the recruiting off of the platform. They're also doing a lot of job announcements on there. So it's really interesting to see how companies are tapping into TikTok. As I mentioned, there's a talent shortage. So TikTok is very helpful to find and recruit workers. It's also a great way for users, to go out there and create videos and post it on there and be diverse in their talent, be themselves, be creative, be fun, to learn from one another, to share things from another, from recipes to job search techniques to I'm going to say skill sets. So in the world of not all companies are looking for degrees nowadays, this is where a lot of companies are finding their talent. They're looking at the raw footages of what people are doing. They're looking at the personality and say, you know what, you don't need a degree. You're doing really good at this. You have a lot of followers. They reach out to them for opportunities for employment and positions. So I'm going to share a true story that someone personally that I know that knows someone that was picked up off of TikTok. As I mentioned, it's creative and savvy. And the last one here is those video resumes. Video resumes is a new trend that's going on. How many of you working with job seekers or with companies are familiar with some of the video resumes or seen some of the videos that are going on? If you have, can you do me a favor? Can you quickly just drop it in the chat box, whether it's a yes or a no? Just put that in. I'd like to see what that response is, please. So if you can just drop it in there, do me the favor. So it's really important because those social resumes and social media outreach is such a benefit. But what we need to know is that it doesn't take away from the fundamentals. So it's not going to completely take away from the fact that they're going to have a printed or digital resume, or the fact that they're going to need to have that interpersonal interaction face to face, whether it's in an interview or whether it's working with others in the workplace versus a hybrid situation. So just something to think about as well. I know I'm moving kind of quick because it's 4:11. How am I doing on time, right? 4:11, and we got till 4:30. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Do you guys want to see TikTok in action? Do you want to take a look at some TikTok videos in regards to what's out there? And then maybe, hopefully, not sure, but hopefully, even with a few minutes of your time, you might learn some new things. How does that sound? And I need everyone to unmute yourself. I want to hear yes, no, maybe so. What do you think?
Yes.
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 All right. Well,
Yes.
because you guys are asking for this in high demand, I feel the need to have to share this with all of you. So,
I think you tricked us into that.
High demand, yes.
yeah, high demand, right? Are we in high demand?
We are.
51 and holding strong. All right, so let's do this. I am going to take this back over here. And I'm going to remove my, hold on, my slide for a minute. It tells me, because I have an application on my thing, to take a short walk.
Okay, don't
My
do that.
computer wants me to take a mental health break. So in the world of work, as we've been seeing for the last 2 days, sometimes no matter what's going on, you need that mental health. So instead of a break, I'm just going to say, let's all take a deep breath. Let's do 3 deep breaths right now. Yeah, let's get a moment to ground ourselves again. Third one's a charmer. All right, and the reason we're doing this is because if some of you have been on TikTok, and some of you have, because I've seen the videos, you're going to know that this goes fast. So we're about to go into a roller coaster ride. And so let me allow me to take you on a TikTok adventure. Here we go. I'm gonna open up it's gonna open up. Of course, it tells me it's not responding on this other screen that I need to move over. Okay, come on. Okay, let me try taking this off and then opening this up. Why is this not wanting to work? There it goes.
Breathing, okay?
Okay, hold on. Let me reshare. I might just be pulling too much video, or my computer cannot handle it. Okay, we got it? Okay, here's one. You ready? Are we ready? Verbal feedback is needed.
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready.
So here we go. Let's see what she's got to say.
Yeah.
We can't hear her.
There's no
Did you share
sound.
your computer sound?
No sound.
Yeah, maybe I didn't take my own advice that I give others. Well, I got to practice what I preach, so let's do that again. Gives us time to do number 2 and share. Okay, so now we got better sound quality. Let's do it.
Pro tip. When preparing for an interview, you should always Google behavioral questions for your industry. So for example, if you're in marketing, you would Google behavioral questions marketing interview. Follow for more interview tips. Are you on the job search right now? This is for you.
So imagine that's how quick they got some information. Let me hear somebody say, anybody want to give input in regards to this? If this is something that's out there that people are doing, what is something that you may want to incorporate in regards to TikTok and a video like this with your job seekers? Who would like to share? Go ahead and unmute yourself. Don't be afraid.
Interviewing tips.
Interviewing tips.
Networking.
Networking. Yeah. And it's fast and
One
quick.
thing is the elevator speech, because the TikTok goes so fast. This will help them to get their elevator speech. They can actually.
Oh, that's a great one too, and not thought of that one. Thank you for sharing that one. See, I learned something new. Very good. Let's listen to another one from somebody who is an actual Google recruiter. Let's see what she has to say. And her name is Taking Care of Finance. So you go, Taking Care of Finance. Tell us.
Recruiter at Google, and here's a hack I bet you didn't know about. Go to careers.google.com/howwehire, and there you're gonna be able to find all of these hiring process steps. It's amazing. I mean, they even give you all of these steps on how to even write your resume. That's how I got in. Follow for more tips. I'm a recruiter at Google, and here's a hack
We just figured out a Google hack. Who would have thought? From an actual Google worker now, because she got Google hack. She Google hacked it, got herself into Google. I mean, here is a subject matter expert working for Google, highlighting how to get into Google and how to do it right so you don't waste the recruiter's time, right? Here's the screen, how to get in. So a really wonderful tip as well. What about LinkedIn? LinkedIn is another one that we use a lot, right? We heard a lot of our speakers talking about LinkedIn. So let's see if I can pop this one up really quick. And then I'm going to show you how to use, go ahead.
How are you guys finding your jobs nowadays?
I'm going to teach you a LinkedIn hack that's going to change everything for you. First, enter the title you want and then hit remote and enter your top companies. Let's say this is the one that caught your eye. But instead of hitting apply now, go and copy this title and add in a manager or a director there at the company. You should get a list of people who could be your potential hiring manager. Send them a connection request and send a message just like this. And now you're going to stand out. Follow for more.
Very good. And we want to file for more. Thank you, Mr. Workcap. And what's interesting is, here's an example of an individual not only giving instructional videos, but showing how he knows how to use his technical skills. So what a great way if you want to have someone in your company hired to do videos in regards to instructional videos, right? They know how to do the video editing, clipping. It's simple, fast, direct, easy to follow and understand. So it's wonderful. And then also from the job seeker's point of view, it's like, okay, quick. I got quick information, direct, slam, bam, TikTok. I'm happy. So I think this is wonderful. All right. So let's see. What about if you want to get help finding a job? Like maybe I need help finding a job. Let's see what Rob
When
has
you
to say.
realize how messed up the job search process is,
Be sure to never put your photo on your resume, but be sure to have a LinkedIn profile with a photo, as 99% of corporate American recruiters use LinkedIn. You should always answer the salary question, so be sure to do your research and know what you're worth. But also know that all the data that you can find on the internet isn't validated or as good as the data that we have, so good luck. We actually don't accept video resumes, as our recruiters don't have time to review videos and we're concerned about bias. But we'd love you to submit these awkward one-way video interviews where you have no idea what the questions are coming and we get to review them later with no bias. The job search process can be ridiculous, but I'm here to help. I've helped thousands of people on this app find a job. If you're looking for one now or sometime in the immediate future, be sure to like and follow.
And that's a recruiter, recruiting for people. Look at how fast he went through a lot of different things that we cover in a workshop. And that was less than, oh, it doesn't tell me the seconds, but it's less than a minute. Interesting, right? And he's funny. And who doesn't want to work with him? I mean, he's funny, hip, he knows his stuff. I think I want him to be my recruiter. Okay, let's take a look. We also have one that's really important, because yesterday we had one of our HR panelists talk about ATS systems and what the resumes do. So tell us about that.
So you know the only way to get a call back for a new job is to have an ATS resume. But you might be thinking to yourself, how do I make sure my resume is ATS? Well, my favorite tool to use is resumeworded.com. First off, it's free, and it's so dope because what you'll do is you'll upload your resume, you upload the job you're trying to apply for, and then they rate it and tell you what to fix. Okay.
Simple, quick, and direct. All right. And we're thinking, well, you know, I do a better job, right? But this is what's captivating people's attention.
Something a lot of people don't know about the job hunt. There's a hidden job market. The hidden job market are jobs that are not advertised or posted online. And over 65% of jobs are in the hidden job market. But you know, S2 Success got you. So let's network. Go to LinkedIn, type in hiring, and then any role you're looking for. Filter by posts. Then find a post you're interested in. Type this message to the recruiter and hit send. And that's how we'll unlock more jobs. And if you like tips like this, follow for more.
Right? And I like them tips, right? We usually think about going into LinkedIn on the job postings, but what about doing it? I mean, the job boards that are on LinkedIn, but he brought up a good point. What about checking the posts, right? The posts that they do. I learned something new on this one. All right. I need to share something else. Another one that hopefully I think will be interesting to all of you. And we're going to TikTok our way into it. Come on, open up. And of course, it's allowing me a little bit of time to speak because I got that not responding. But these are things, in the meantime, while this is trying to load up, let me try to. Oh.
How to answer the most irritating interview question ever. Why should we hire you? Thanks for coming in today. So why should we hire you? I don't know. I mean, you posted the ad saying you need someone and I'm here. You should hire me for my skills, experience, and personality. I will work harder than anyone else you're considering. Thanks for coming in today. So why should we hire you? That's a great question. As you can see on my resume, I have all the hard skills that you're looking for in a candidate. I have 10 years of editing experience, I know how to produce, and I have a degree in marketing. But I also have the soft skills you need for this job. I'm a team player, I'm a collaborator, I'm a clear communicator, and I have a sense of humor. But I've been following this company for a while now, and I know that you're looking for somebody who can really take ownership of this role. I have ideas that I think will help this company achieve its short-term and long-term goals, and I would love the opportunity to share them with the team.
What a great way to get the do's and the don'ts, right? Really quick, to the point. One more really quick.
Today I'm sharing top interview tips that got me jobs at these tech companies. Okay, your first interview with any company that's in the tech industry will always be on the phone. So my advice and what I always do is I start a Google Doc with all of the questions I anticipate the recruiter will ask. Questions you can be certain a recruiter will ask you are things like, tell me a little bit about your background. What have you done in previous roles? What I always do is I pull up the job description of the current role I'm interviewing for, and I pull up my resume. I basically combine the two and merge them to write the perfect answer. That way I can study and rehearse the answer, and when I talk to the recruiter, I'm prepared. Now, obviously, don't read it word for word, but knowing in your head will help you articulate the right thing. Okay, final tip is use the STAR method. STAR is an acronym that stands for situation, task, action, and result. Why this is important is when someone asks you a question, you tend to get nervous and ramble. This is gonna help make sure your answer is digestible to the recruiter.
All right, you get the idea. So let's look at TikTok really quick up here on the search bar. Let's look at who's hiring now, right? So we can do hiring now, a simple search. And then you're going to get different videos here of which companies are hiring. This is an entry-level job. Let's take a look at this
Guys,
one.
a remote job that's hiring right now and pays $1,000 as a hiring bonus. Let's go. Step number one, let's go to cvs.com. I promise, guys, it is not a cashier position. Just follow me. Step number two, scroll all the way to the bottom and click on careers. It will then take you to this page, and in the box over here, you can type claims benefits specialist, and then just click search.
And we get the idea of what's going on with TikTok. So I did some hyperlinks, but you can easily just go here on the TikTok under hiring now. You can look at jobs hiring now. You can look at job search. You can look at interviews, whatever the topic is. And TikTok has really been promoting the workforce, reaching out to companies, sharing with them the benefits of TikTok. And so a lot of companies, as you notice, are jumping on the bandwagon, and they're going on TikTok to recruit, to post, and our job seekers are also going on there to showcase their skills. And I kind of want to show you a special video here. I'm going to show you some nails. See if I could get this to go on. Take a look at this one. This young lady, her nails by Rachel Montoya. Oops, how come I can't hear it? She has over 1 million views, and I have another meeting coming up pretty soon. Okay. How come I don't got the volume on this? Why do I not have volume? Okay, well, my volume's not working, but you could see the design work she's doing. And she usually puts music in the background, but something's going on with my sound. One of the things that I want to emphasize is she's just showing her video clips, what she can do in regards to her artwork. She's a professional nailist, or what is the correct, when I go get my pedicures and my manicures, manicurist, I suppose, right? I guess it'd be a manicurist. Now, where's my things I could stop sharing real quick? And she got hired. And so I want to share a little bit about her because she happens to be Denise Crawford's daughter. So Denise, you want to share really quick how she got hired off of just posting videos on TikTok and what she's making and where she's working and what she's doing?
Yeah, sure. She's been a manicurist for several years, and she was living in Bakersfield and was making, I cannot believe how much money she was making just being a manicurist. She was doing great. And then the pandemic hit, and then she became a criminal, and she was working out of her house. So she was doing people's nails in her house, but she started doing TikToks. And she educated herself about lighting and about the video and sound. And anyway, so she and her husband in the middle of the pandemic moved to Utah. and she had to start her business over. And she was talking to one of their neighbors who's a sales rep for this chain of restaurants in Ogden, Utah, where they live. And he was saying, you know, she was telling him about her business and how she's doing a lot of TikToks. And she has gained several sponsors on her TikToks from professional nail product companies, like Young Nails, and companies that probably only professional people in that industry would know about. But they pay her to do a certain amount of videos a month, and just to highlight their products. They don't even seem like commercials. But anyway, so this guy was telling her, well, we don't even have a social media presence. And so she goes, well, you should be doing, you should be doing this and that. And just like everything could be content. And so he just said, we need to hire somebody like you. So they hired her. All of a sudden she was hired, and now she's their social media manager. And she thought it was just like one restaurant. They have this whole chain of restaurants all over Utah and up into Idaho. And it's a restaurant brewery. And so they send her out, and she basically goes to parties and videos and promotes their business. It's called Roosters Brewing. Anyway, so check her out. Yeah, she's done really well. I'm really proud of her. And she's actually gotten other job offers. She's like, I'm going to have to give up doing nails because I keep getting job offers. So yeah.
So that's so true. And taking it back to all of us in regards to this, it's important for us to think about this, even though we kind of make fun and it seems light. It's really changing. It's a shift. It's really changing the game plan of what we're teaching, what we need to teach, what we need to be aware of, other resources. This is another tool that we can share with our students, and then our clients, as well as our family members. And it's a great way to promote brand in different ways. So it's interesting. I don't have the answers to it. Like I said, it's a TikTok, what's coming out 101. I anticipate within the next 2-3 years, we're going to see more of it emerging. But I'd like to hear from all of you what your thoughts are, in regards to seeing how employers and companies are taking this serious, how it's being branded, how job seekers are out there, and how we can, most importantly, what can we do with the jobs and the roles that we're doing to help our clients with employment opportunities and engage with companies? And what can we do as we're engaging with employers to help them out as well? Feel free to unmute yourself.
This gives us an opportunity to meet not only our job seekers, but meet our employers where they are. We always say, meet our students where they're at. So I think we're able to touch everyone in all opportunities. So our Gen Z, millennials, our older adult job seekers and students, and just is another great platform. In my workshops currently, I talk about the job search for Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And we are currently working towards creating a platform for TikTok. So thanks for this information.
Well, I'm glad you said that you're already doing that. That's fantastic. Any last thoughts? Anybody else? I think this is just
I have a comment. I think it's really a good tool for like a lot of the universities. I know for sure that Fresno State just started their TikTok, and a part of their reason for doing that is they want to connect with the students on their level, because TikTok is designed to kind of show your personality, have fun. And so they incorporate their message to these students by utilizing TikTok. And for the student, it's not as threatening because it is a platform that is utilized. The culture is fun and interactive. And so it's a great way of just keeping your students engaged outside of the formal environment that they are in daily.
That's wonderful. And I haven't been able to monitor the chat because I've been doing two things at once, but I do see Victor saying our department makes video on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Let's see, but it will help us reach out to more students by doing TikTok. So yeah, especially with student workers. And there's so much talent out there. Megan was mentioning, I feel like it helps our industry stay relevant with what we're offering them. And and they can't get on TikTok. All great ideas. So I don't have the answers, but I just definitely wanted to do it as a 101. It's a good way for us to end this workshop as we start thinking of what we can do to reinvent, redesign what we're doing, what's going on, what's in the forefront, what's already started, and how we can evolve ourselves to get magical and be able to help them out as we always have been able to help our job seekers. And let's remember the mental health piece. Let's remember about control of our emotions. Let's remember all the great tips and strategies that we've learned from the last 2 days of so many incredible speakers. And I think our workshops, the last 2 days, we had one speaker after another. It was almost like an extended TikTok, right? One, boom, 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 boom. And with that, I'm going to bust you out and say that's a wrap. So next year we will be March 1st through the 3rd, 2023 at the Doubletree Hilton at the Golf Resort in Palm Springs. We look forward to seeing you there. Think about it, save the date, start mentioning it, and plan it on your fiscal budget for next year so that we can see you live and in person.